Maybe it was always this way, being alone, feeling comfortable in myself, and then realizing nobody had the satisfaction of life that I had. How do I explain this? How do I really share with people how wonderful this truly is? I live in bliss. I feel great about my own existence. Well, I embarked on a journey to explain what others might seem as foolish behavior, ignorant of others' pain. It was merely the best system possible. I'm just fully aware of all of these things now. I have a deep understanding and knowing of the depths of life in different ways, armored with logical concepts on what all of we are existing as. To be alone, to live for oneself, to be fully self-full and self-centered is the beautiful way to exist as. I found this and then expanded it further and further and further into each part of myself, from taking me out of the place where I spent these moments alone, where I had solace, sitting in my own apartment, looking out over the ocean, night after night, desiring to have these elements for the rest of my life, being able to be fully happy with my own existence. Yet there was still these thought patterns where we desire to connect. The thing is, it is only the media that tells you you need to connect. It is only the family that tells you you need to connect. When you are fully confident, comfortable, and satisfied with life within yourself, you need nothing else. Connections are only a weight to you. Connections are only something that is irritating to your own spirit, and something that you will have to war with inside of yourself to find who has the correct answer. And instead of minding your own business and feeling good about yourself and fully relaxed in who you are, you're having to prove a point. You're having to stand your ground and put the line in the sand and say, no, you cannot pass. And when they pass, you have to give them a reason to not pass. You have to say, no, this is not acceptable. I do not want that. And you have to get into learning how we are built. Deeper levels of us, you can't say there's a line. You have to say, this is how it is. I am here for myself. I really do not have a care or desire to know any other person, which is very different on the depths of who we are. When we live this, in the depths, we become fully at peace because we are only here to please ourselves. It is when our mind brings in other connections, it brings in other things. We've gone through experiences in life where we wanted to attach to someone else because it got a lot. It was very intense. There was a lot of things going on. We were growing, moving through time and space, whether it was always that we were alone or it was that we were meant to be alone. You have to know yourself. Most of us were so happy alone. And then we were born into a place, and in the circumstance that we were born in, they took energy from us. And when they took energy from us, at least they gave us the things that we needed. And then there's some of us that had such a wonderful experience of growing up, that you got to be yourself in your fullness and in your greatness and in all the aspects of living. You were left alone to be at your own devices. They knew that you were special, so you got to just do and be as you were. To truly have always been so happy to be by yourself, you will get curious, and it is important to quell the curiosity and allow yourself to live, because the curiosity is why we look in places that we don't need to be, and why we ask for things that may not actually be that great for us. Some of us were really meant to be on our own and fully happy and satisfied so that we can share that example of how great life truly can be. I know in my life I've been very unbothered by other human life, by other humans, and whatever they're going through, it's just, that's you. Go ahead, enjoy it, experience it, whatever you've chosen. As a child, I was actually very annoyed with other children. Like, why are you making so much noise? Why are you this way? I was just in my own world. I didn't enjoy playing with children at the playground. I was there, doing whatever I needed to do. Most times I would wander off by myself. Make sure that I found a way to feel satisfied with life, just being by myself. I think the real wealth that I've found is by immersing myself within a place where there were many people and many voices and many turns that were needed to be taken, because so many people were pulling and so many people were this. I could stand it, but it wasn't enjoyable. I didn't like it. It didn't take me anywhere other than just knowing that all of these things exist. It didn't give me something that made me feel comfortable in existence. It actually made me feel more uncomfortable. It made me feel like, why would anyone allow someone else into their heart? Why would anyone allow someone else into their mind? Why? It sounds like such torment and torture, which it was for me. Having other humans' consciousness regulating or dictating what I needed to do with my life and how I needed to be. They pressed their ideas and problems and traumas onto my beautiful energy, because I do prefer to just be, to be in my presence, to be exactly who I am. So a lot of that energy is available. I've had to learn how to be alone in a crowd. Again, it is the most beautiful thing in the whole world to be alone when I am around people. It is the most exuberant feeling. To be alone with relationships around me, I love it. I prefer it because I get to be myself. And the voices of other people and how they normally speak, they don't show up. Their limits are not placed on me anymore. To be in your own presence, to be in your own energy in its fullness, to express yourself in the greatest aspect of who you are, which is just being and not receiving anybody else's anything, not giving any blink of an eye in that direction. It is just who I've always been. It's who I am. It's why I've always preferred to be alone. It's why I've always preferred to observe reality, observe living, observe the entirety of it. And through my experience of being connected to many other people and being in communities, I took on a lot of their thoughts and their behaviors and allowed my beauty to come through those things. I no longer allow those things to be a part of my existence. I only live for the purity of my own self. And so when others are uncomfortable with this, they will get to continue to be uncomfortable, and their projections they get to keep for themselves. Their limits they get to keep for themselves, because mine are the presence of me and all that I am is very, 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 very disturbing to many people, because I am very happy just being my own presence, my own self, unbothered by your very existence. I do not receive anything from anyone ever again. It is the most beautiful experience ever. I will always be alone, and I will always be in my own place. There will be moments that I will enjoy to show others how to be themselves. There will be moments where I have conversations where I show people how they can be themselves in the crowd and feel comfortable. They can be the celebrity and well looked at and be fully comfortable. I've always been by myself. I've always loved being by myself. There's been those who have truly desired my wisdom and have attached onto me in life, and I repel them with the forces of all existence. They are gone and eradicated. They disgust me. I will always be myself. All of the power and all of the exuberance and all that I am, the limits that others place on me, you can have them back. Your uncomfortability, you can have it back. I will always be all that I am. And this is the system that I was always and I will always be. I can show any person that I desire, and for me, until you are fully 100% in support of this mentality, and you have put forth a committed action that I have asked for specifically in a continuum, then I do not wish to assist you to see yourself, because it is most important that you be you and I get to be me. It will always be this way. I will always be myself, and any that which desires to have what I have will be eradicated from all of existence. You are putrid to me. You are disgusting. But when you truly desire to be yourself, and you desire to have all of the greatest aspects of yourself come through in your most beautiful form, then I can enjoy you like I enjoy cut flowers. It is a pleasure to me, but it does not need to be there, just like you do not need to be here. You can be, and that is wonderful. To be yourself and continually blossoming in your own existence is your beautiful expression and gift, if you wish to give it to yourself. To be around others and to be fully and completely yourself is a wonderful experience. You will be required to push. You will be required to stand strong. It is transformation of fate to purely be yourself in all that you are, through all of the business, through all of the sights, through all of the being seen, through all of everything. It is only you that will ever truly be satisfied when you are in your purest form. There's only one way to have a conversation with me and start walking down that path of transformation of fate, of allowing yourself to commit to that, allowing yourself to be all that you desire to be. But you have to be only in your own. Anything that you come in and come at me for, you will be eradicated and overridden. There's only one way to have a conversation with me that values me. ENYELAH.com. Through membership, once you do that, we then can see if transformation of fate is something you're truly willing to invest in. The purity of yourself, the unbothered in the up aspects of life, the unbothered in the depths of life, the truly, confidently, powerfully, purely existing as the pure, moldable presence that you are. Not needing to be defined, but allowing yourself to be as you recognize yourself in its purest form. My name is ENYELAH Browning Taylor. To speak this way takes the great professionalism of a compounding continuum. To speak with me is to invoke your own deepest recognition of your own inner purity. Looking at yourself, being aware of yourself, is the greatest gift you can give yourself in this lifetime.